So when it comes to Robert's Rules of Order, I'm pretty sure I'm probably to deify any person is fallacy, but I'm a Friedmanist, as close as you can get to making somebody a god. Milton Friedman, point out where he's wrong. Point out where he's wrong. So far, I have not seen it. And the other person I would say is Robert's Rules of Order. Is there any other person that has thought about parliamentary procedure and thought about the finer details of who gets to speak first and why and the reason and this and that? You think you thought what? You think you thought more? You've thought of parliamentary procedure more than Robert's Rules of Order? No, you have not. No, you have not. So some headlines. New York Times: Capitol police officer killed and another injured in attack. Suspect killed. Capitol police officer killed, another injured after suspect rams car into police barrier outside a building. Police officer killed in attack at U.S. Capitol. Suspect dead. 2 dead, including an officer after a driver rammed a car into a barrier. Brandished knife at U.S. Capitol. U.S. Capitol locked down after car rammed security barricade. An officer is dead. So suspect killed. Police officer killed. This happened today, April the 2nd, 2021. Now, there's been an absolute violent crime wave for not just police, it's for crime and police. I don't know if it's just police responding to. Sometimes it's over some bullshit, too, so it's fuck. So I want to talk about officer-involved shootings, and so this guy's going to die. Sounds like he had a knife or whatever, rammed the car, and sounded like he killed the fucking guy. So, that sounds justified. Now, I'm not for sure, Rock Island, Illinois, I don't know, Sheriff Gary Bustos, he had confirmed that there was a shooting at Rock Island, Illinois, and there was, white car, had bullet holes in the windshield. 11th, 31st, grazed. The cop said that he had, there was a grazed on his head. So, Rock Island, Illinois, there was an officer-involved shooting in Rock Island, Illinois. So you have Visalia. This just happened just recently, within a couple days. All these have. That Covington case. There was an officer-involved shooting in Covington, Newport, right on the bridge, on the 4th Street Bridge. And there has been no, verification of whether or not that guy is still alive. There was a shootout between the police, and the police officer got hit in the arm, and they said they both went to the hospital, but we haven't heard or seen from the guy, the suspect. So it was on the east side of the 4th Street Bridge. Is that Covington or Newport side? And then the cop is, out, and he's recovering with family because he's a nice family man. Meanwhile, they're going to say that, this guy, he had the gun illegally. He's an ex-felon. He got shot in the leg and ankle. There was another report that said guy got shot in the leg and then 3 hours later pronounced dead. So it's weird how those get shot in the leg and ankle cases turn into, oh shit, look, they just died. So the guy's an ex-felon. He had the gun illegally, shot in the leg and ankle. No article has his name, so nobody really knows what the hell happened to the guy. What happened to him? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Is that an execution? Perhaps. Maybe not. But there was, it seems like Rock Island, there was a shooting. Is that an execution? In Visalia, California, a 27-year-old man with a knife. He's making threats, lunged at the cop. Cop killed him. So this is an execution. Ivan Cuervas, C-U-E-V-A-S. Ivan, looks like, I guess I'm going to go with Cuervas. Ivan Cuervas. He was arrested earlier, got out, and then he's threatening domestic violence situation. And then he's called, he goes back to the house, and then they're called back out again, and then they shoot and kill him. There's a Claremont man in New Hampshire. The cops in New Hampshire are fucking killing people. They killed Jeffrey Ely. Jeffrey Ely, 40-year-old Jeffrey Ely is, gone for good. That's, Moray. Wham bam, thank you, man. That's all she wrote for Jeffrey Ely. Just like Ivan Cuervas in Visalia, California. So this is March 31st, 2021. So this is 2 days ago. And then Jeffrey Ely, 40-year-old Jeffrey Ely, was shot many times. Let's go to Ohio. These are a bunch of Tecumseh killers. Killed the Shawnee, the Mingo, they killed a whole bunch of 2:32 a.m. You're speeding, right? So they pulled a guy over, he's speeding to stop. They tried to attempt to stop. Then the guy blocks the car, he takes off. There's 4 people in the car, and they said one was injured. The others were arrested. One had several outstanding warrants that was arrested, but there was one that was injured. Injured, dead, injured, alive, injured, how? What happened to that injured person? We don't know. We're not for sure if this turned into an execution or not. I feel like if there's ever an exchange, like the Covington-Newport, there's an exchange of gunfire, well, that's how that ended, right? The guy still had the gun, so if you shot a couple times and he's still alive, then you would... So it seems like if there's an exchange of gunfire between the police and a pedestrian or, a citizen or what have you. There was a killing in Lakewood, Colorado, so here's another execution, right? So you had an execution in Visalia, you had an execution in New Hampshire. Now some of the people say it sounds like it could be suicide by cop. Lakewood, Colorado. Yeah, 35-year-old man brandished a gun, shot, killed by SWAT. So there's an execution. Colorado cops are killing people. New Hampshire cops are killing people. California cops are killing people. Ohio and Kentucky cops are shooting people and injuring them, putting them in the hospital. Maybe killing them, maybe not. Nobody really knows. Illinois, Rock Island, Illinois, they're shooting at people too. We can't get confirmation of whether or not their shots are actually turning into dead bodies. There's been a lot of dead bodies, right? So we know there's dead bodies in California, New Hampshire, and Colorado. So there's a couple more, and actually we'll talk about that coming up. I need to talk to a psychiatrist after all that trauma. Fuck. Americans, too much. One person can